Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm trying to watch 366 movies this year. It's going poorly. Let's talk about 3 more. 318 is not that bad. The Source Family is a documentary film about a group of people in the 1970s who joined a religious cult. Cults are all the rage right now. I wonder why that is. So the Source Family was the Manson family without all the things that made the Manson family interesting. You get the charismatic leader who called himself God. You get the mysticism without the murder or the murder or the murder. And they talk to former members who very much still believe parts of what they believed at the time, while realizing their leader went a little bit too far. And it seems like these stories are a dime a dozen, and to be an interesting cult movie or documentary, you need to have a hook, and this is so just paint by numbers cult stuff. There's a million cults that are just like this one, which made it uninteresting. The way the film is laid out is well done. The amount of movie footage and sound archiving they had to tell this story was extensive and helped out in telling the story of these people. But there's nothing really interesting about this cult in particular. One Cut of the Dead is a Japanese horror film about a somewhat hacky movie director making a zombie movie when a real zombie apocalypse breaks out. And the movie takes place in one single camera shot, hence One Cut of the Dead. And the single shot take zombie movie is an interesting thought, not something I've seen before, so I was looking forward to seeing this movie. And oh my God, this may be my favorite movie I've watched this year. No joke. This movie goes from being great to being astounding to being incredible to being mind-blowing. And I mean that act by act. This is not a film I expected. This is not the film I expected. This is much better than anything I could have imagined this movie being. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I will say this. If you watch this movie, it's on Shudder. It's a Shudder exclusive. I think it's on DVD now, but streaming-wise, it's a Shudder exclusive. If you watch the film, keep watching. The movie is going to seem over before it's actually over. And the credit sequence, you need to see, because that's the point where it becomes mind-blowing. This is Shaun of the Dead level deconstruction of the zombie genre. And like I said, this may be my favorite movie of the year. I can't remember the last time I had this much fun watching a movie. If you like zombie movies, do whatever you can to see this film. It is remarkable. It is on DVD. I'm going to buy it right now. I freaking loved it. Lizzie is the story of Lizzie Borden, who famously killed her parents with an axe. And given that this movie is based on arguably the most famous murder ever committed, knowing what you're getting into is a downfall of this movie. This is one of those films I think would be better if you didn't know anything going into it, but it's almost impossible with this story. But mostly I found the movie to be kind of dull and tedious. The performances are decent. The film's shot pretty blandly. At first it teases that Lizzie Borden's going to be a little bit more of a psychological character. It doesn't really pan out. Seemed like this movie wanted to be more of a love story than a murder story. The murder seems tacked on, which would be shocking given what you've seen in the film up to this point, but it's Lizzie Borden. Like, I know what was going to happen. Like, everyone knows what's going to happen. Found the love story to be uninteresting. Found this whole thing to be uninteresting. Just wasn't for me. And that is it for this episode. Have you seen any of these movies? I will see you down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. We're almost done for the year.